What's going on? I'm recording this video on Sunday, December 22nd. Going on vacation for Christmas, so I wanted to pre-record this. We have our college football playoff round 2 games, or the quarterfinals. They are set, and we're due for a couple more blowouts, but we're also due for a couple of close games, and I can't wait to tune in and watch all these. So I'm just going to give you my predictions for them. The lines are going to change over time, so these lines are pretty fresh. Let's start with the game that's going to happen Tuesday on New Year's Eve. Penn State taking on Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. Yeah, I'm taking Penn State. We just saw what all of these non-elite college football teams look like against the upper class of college football. SMU getting blown out by Boise State. Indiana dominated by Notre Dame. Tennessee dominated by Ohio State. Clemson dominated by Texas. Boise State's not as good as some of those teams that I just mentioned that got dominated. Yes, they have Ashton Jeanty, who's an absolute beast and could play on any team in the country because he's that good. But he's the only guy on Boise State's team that is of that level. Okay, Penn State, look, they're bigger, faster, stronger, and there's no adjustments that you can make to make up for that. Love Ashton Jeanty, had a great season. But I'm going to take Penn State to win and cover against the Boise State Broncos. Next game, New Year's Day, 1 o'clock, Texas and Arizona State. Yeah, Arizona State is a bigger underdog in this game than Clemson was. Arizona State is a 14-point underdog, taking Texas to win and cover because it's the exact same thing. Texas is bigger, faster, and stronger. Okay, they ran the crap out of the football against a pretty decent Clemson defense, and they didn't allow Clemson to run the football at all. Bo Scatabo against this, Texas defense is going to be an interesting watch that I expect for this Texas defense to win out because they're just more talented than Arizona State, and that's just the simple matter of fact. Now, the night games, or I guess the evening games on New Year's Day are going to be awesome. Ohio State and Oregon, and then Notre Dame and Georgia. Let's start with Ohio State, Oregon. So, Ohio State's favored by 2.5. And after watching the way that they just crushed Tennessee, who's a good football team, everyone's going to say that they're bad because they just got crushed by arguably the best team in the country, definitely the most talented team in the country. Everyone's going to say that, the Vols suck now. That's just not true. Ohio State is just really good at football. And we saw Oregon beat them once earlier in the year, right? Beat them by 1. Some interesting things kind of happened in that game. Ohio State's left tackle goes out for the year, gets hurt in the first quarter. They still had their original starting center. That's a different guy now. So some things have been shuffled around on that Ohio State offensive line, but they've also meshed together since then. I'm going to take Ohio State because I think that they've finally figured out their formula to win, and it's get these elite playmakers the football on the outside, whether it's, Jeremiah Smith or whoever, right? They've got 3 NFL receivers. And so just get those guys the football, and they're going to beat everybody because those 3 guys on the perimeter are just so vastly superior to any secondary that they're going to face. With that being said, Dan Lanning and Oregon, they have the offense to keep up with and match the scoring. Maybe they can force a turnover, maybe 2. Oregon, more than capable of winning this football game. But I'm taking Ohio State because Ohio State is the most talented roster in the country, and you don't bet against talent. You just don't do it. Give me the Buckeyes. They seem to have figured things out in that regard. Next game, Notre Dame in Georgia, the Sugar Bowl. Yeah, I'm taking Georgia. There's not a doubt in my mind, okay? Everyone that I talk to, it's kind of a survey of one thing that I don't really like, but a bunch of the people that I talk to love Notre Dame. Maybe it's because I live in Indiana. But it's just Notre Dame this, Notre Dame that. Look, yes, they beat Indiana 27-17, okay, which the score does not indicate how dominant Notre Dame was. Here's the thing. Georgia's not Notre Dame, and the fact that outside of the 98-yard touchdown run from Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame averaged less than 3 yards a carry on their other carries against Indiana's defense. If they can't consistently run the football against Indiana, they're not going to consistently run the football against Georgia. That's just the very simple reality of it. I'm going to take Georgia to win and cover the 1.5 points. I don't think I mentioned the points in the Ohio State game. Ohio State covers the the 2.5. They appear to be the best team in the country, and I'm probably not going to pick against them until they play Georgia, because I originally, on my radio show, I don't know if I said it on the YouTube channel or not, picked Georgia to win the whole thing. So, got to stay consistent. That's important. So, just a quick recap. Penn State blows out Boise State. Texas blows out Arizona State. Ohio State beats Oregon in what should be hopefully a really good game. And then Georgia beats Notre Dame, I think, pretty handily. I know that Carson Beck's not playing, but Georgia's offense against Texas in the SEC championship game was better when Carson Beck went out. They actually relied on running the football when that happened. So that might actually be the best thing for him, playing against a good Notre Dame team that just isn't going to have the offensive firepower to beat Georgia. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to check out the video. Comment who you like winning. Tell me I'm wrong. Do all that. That's the best thing about sports. Tell me why I'm wrong in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe, like, or dislike the video. Don't really care about that part. And I will talk to you again soon after all these games have played out.